It looks like I'm live. I've been having great technical difficulties, so I just wanted to make sure. So I have been getting a lot of questions about, hey Sandy, can we have more than one target audience? Because I'm having a really hard time just picking one. I serve more than one person. Absolutely. You will automatically have more than one target audience. But what I'm asking you to do in this exercise and to get started is to get very specific and defined on that one target audience so that when you start doing your marketing and your messaging, you know exactly who you're speaking to. It is super difficult to be able to talk to multiple people in the same piece of content. So unless you want to write 5 different pieces of content, speaking to 5 different people, you've got to get really defined on that one target audience. Now, that doesn't mean once you get this down and you start producing content and you start going after this target audience, when you've got this nailed and you really understand their pain points and their challenges and everything that they're going through, and you can write that content easily, if you want to add a new target audience that maybe your program or product or service works for that audience as well, go right ahead, because then you can call out that specific audience when you're doing your content. So it's not that you can't have more than one, but for purposes of getting started and really being able to hone in on your messaging and every part of your marketing tactic as you're building out this lead strategy, it's so much easier when you know who you're speaking to than if you're trying to talk to a lot of different people. You know, I think about Apple, and I've got 2 thoughts at one time, so let me go with one and then I'll do the other. But I think about Apple. When Apple first got started, their marketing and their messaging was very much focused at those who were big into graphics and Photoshop, because that's what Apple was known for. It was known for being able to handle that kind of stuff and to do an incredible job, way better than a PC would ever do it. So in my world, all of our designers, and even to this day, I still see it, all of the graphic designers, artists, videographers, all of those types of jobs, in the corporate world at least, have Macs. And then everybody else would get a PC. But that doesn't mean that just because that was their target audience, that others didn't end up getting a Mac. I bought a Mac because I loved how it worked. I loved the simplicity, the intuitiveness of it. Even though they weren't focusing their messaging on me, I wasn't a graphic designer or a videographer or any of that, but I liked how it worked. So it's going to be the same thing in your business, is people are going to hear it, and even though you may not be calling them out directly, there might be something in your messaging or marketing that resonates with them, and so they're like, I need that. I need to work with her. I need to buy that, you know, whatever it might be. So the purpose of really focusing in on one target audience is about you getting really clear on that messaging and your audience being very clear that you're talking to them specifically. And again, once you've got that down and you feel good about it, then you can move to, say, the next audience and say, okay, now I'm going to talk to XYZ. So another example is coaches. You could start out and just go after life coaches, or just go after health coaches or spiritual coaches. And then you can move into a little bit broader and go out to coaches as a whole. But when you get started, it's really helpful the more specific you can get, especially if you're new to marketing and messaging and writing copy and all of that. It just will make it so much easier for you than if you're trying to be so general. So I hope that helps. And if you have any more questions about that, make sure you're in the Facebook group. That's where I'm putting all of the training. That's where I'm at to answer any questions. So if you haven't joined, you should be able to join in the description of this video, or in a post somewhere around the video. You will see the link to get over into the Facebook group. And I hope you're having fun this week, and I will talk to you in the next training. Bye.